Welcome back to the fourth hour of Three Man Front on this Wednesday. We'll be off tomorrow for Thanksgiving, but we will be back here. It's going to be a very special edition of Three Man Front. Conrad, you got your jersey? You got the Cam Newton jersey? Or are you bringing that Friday from the person that is loaning it to us, right?
The person already dropped it off.
Oh, okay.
But because I'm responsible for it, technically, I wanted to make sure that it was safe until the day that he had to wear it.
Smart. Yeah. Meanwhile, Molly has been scouring Metro Birmingham, coming out with this special makeup, glitter, all the things that Conrad's got to wear.
Edible glitter.
Edible glitter.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't.
Why does it have to be edible?
Huh?
What was Landrum's request?
Oh, that was Landrum's request.
So we can watch Conrad eat all the glitter.
Oh, okay.
So if he gets hungry for a snack.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. A lot of texts that are coming in. We talked to Trey Wallace in the last hour. People asking about what is the DJ Durkin smoke. That's all it is, just reporting that there has been more smoke surrounding DJ Durkin potentially moving up John Cohen's list as far as potential head coaches.
That does not mean that John Sumrall could not ultimately be the guy, but we're just telling you over the last 24 hours.
A lot more chatter.
The drumbeat for DJ Durkin seems louder.
It seems louder, yes, from some. And I asked the question, Auburn fans, would you be good with DJ Durkin if it was ultimately DJ Durkin being named the head coach and it not being John Sumrall? That's the only question, because we haven't discussed it. 205-834-9450. Trey Wallace, though, on the potential of DJ Durkin. This is what he told us in the last hour.
I have mixed feelings on DJ Durkin, and I think a lot of people out there do. I think he's a good coach. I honestly think he's a good dude. It's hard to run away from the stuff that happened. What was it, 8, 9 years ago? I get that, 10 years ago. But everyone deserves a second chance, and I'm not trying to say that what happened was right. I'm not trying to condemn it either way, but I think what he's done at Auburn, and I think at the same time too, look, if he even got asked to stick around and be the DC, he'd be the highest paid defensive coordinator in the country.
There you go. So Trey throwing that out there. We want to get your thoughts. 205-834-9450. And we continue there on the Jocks text line. We appreciate all of you guys texting in. And someone asking, is this the first time a coach has been coveted by multiple schools in a coaching search as Kiffin has been? I'm trying to remember.
Maybe this publicly.
I will tell you, I don't recall something like this happening in one conference.
No.
When a sitting coach at a school is being courted by two other schools in the conference.
Well, see, I would go back to Lincoln Riley when we thought he was going to LSU, right? We didn't know at the time that it was maybe between LSU and USC. So to us, it appeared, oh, well, he's going one way and then he went the other. But we didn't have this back and forth, what felt like essentially a love triangle.
No, and when Lane...
where it was all public information.
The first time that Lane apparently had his options, he looked at the Arkansas roster, and then ultimately he decided he was going to go to Oxford and be an Ole Miss, but he had both options, but he was at FAU at the time. Wasn't a sitting conference coach. Maybe unprecedented with what we're seeing with Lane, but does that really surprise anybody? Bubba J, imagine, if you will, Lane Kiffin, Alabama head coach, 2 10-win seasons, third year, 9 wins, beginning of November. Private jet leaves Tuscaloosa on a Monday morning, landing in Athens, Georgia, leaves Athens Tuesday, landing in Auburn, returns to Tuscaloosa Wednesday. How the fans feeling now? War Eagle, Bubba J. Happy Thanksgiving, Bubba J. If Lane Kiffin opened up yoga studios, what would the name of the logo the studio be? We're trying to come up with it. Lane's Elastic Mind Yoga. Hottie Body.
Oh, that'd be a good one in Oxford. That's a really good one, actually.
Kiffin's Corner.
That one's been used already.
Johnny says, I'm with Conrad. Kiffin has won nothing, brings a constant headache wherever he goes. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. I spend more time with y'all than I do my family. We'll save you a spot at the table.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. We appreciate you, man.
And for the
Lane-
record, I like Lane Kiffin. I just don't want him at Alabama.
Lane wins the Egg Bowl, announces he's going to LSU, coaches LSU to a win over Oklahoma, helping Ole Miss, question mark? Oh, that's quite the scenario.
Wait, LSU beating Oklahoma to help Ole Miss move up in the yeah?
This one reads, Lane is going to LSU. I think he hears Saban's voice saying leaving LSU was his biggest mistake and he wants to be Nick.
He's also been very vocal about his admiration for Steve Spurrier.
More submittals on Lane's yoga studio name. Downward Dumbass.
I was about to say, there's something you got to be able to do with like one of the yoga positions.
Loga.
Oh, like, okay.
Taylor says freshwater yoga. Someone asking, is Summerall putting Auburn off to see if Florida, LSU, or Ole Miss comes open? That would make Auburn his fourth choice on the list. No, Pat, do not believe that to be the case. And then Doug from Mountville says Arkansas plays hard for the new coach, upsets Missouri.
Only if Alex Golesh was actually going to
Well,
be
I
on
was
the
about to say he
sideline.
won't be there. So.
Yeah, but just knowing that he's going to be there, guys.
And knowing that 75% of that roster is not going to be there next year.
Hey, is Brown the quarterback? Does he have any more eligibility left?
That's what I was looking up for Byron Brown because he's fantastic. So he's a senior, but he's played all 4 seasons.
I remember him as a freshman.
Yeah, so I think he's done.
Okay.
Well,
He might be under the.
he'll
Call
yeah,
Diego. We'll
I-
fill you in.
I actually take that back. I'm sure who will play next year. They will find some loophole to. He would. I mean, he gave Alabama problems a couple of years in a row. He gave Florida problems this year. He's good. He's a good player.
Posey asking John Gruden to South Florida.
See, my thing with Gruden is
Would Gruden take that job?
exactly.
He lives in Tampa.
Let's do it.
We know. I guess I don't mean this as a shot at USF, but it's the how badly do you want to get back into coaching, right? Or do you want to get in so badly that you'll just take any job, or do you think that, hey, I've won a Super Bowl, got a pretty good resume.
But to be fair,
I need
that's
a
not
bigger
just
job.
any job. I look at the South Florida job different than I do some of those other jobs. Well, a lot of those other jobs in the American, I'll be honest. But if we're going group of 4 or group of 5, whatever you want to call it, non-power 4, now that UCF, Cincinnati,
Oh, it's one of the best jobs in the group of 5, maybe the best. Yeah.
it's right up there. Oh, you got to remember Liberty
Well,
for what you
guess it
get.
depends on what you're looking for in life.
Expectations.
Is John Gruden?
I would take living in Tampa.
Yeah, I don't think John Gruden's a big golfer. He just loves football.
Chris is asking, are Grubb and Womack being talked about for any jobs? Womack was talked about for Arkansas,
Yep.
but not
And
so much
also-
on Ryan Grubb.
Also, Oklahoma State.
And Jamarcus Shepard is the name now in terms of Alabama staffers. He is one of the 2 finalists for the Oregon State job.
I would be shocked if he gets that, by the way.
Tim asking,
Well,
how,
that Montana State coach, Pat, is really good. Way better than Jamarcus Shepard.
Considering the fact that Jamarcus Shepard has never been a coach, head coach.
I think
There's
we
your
just
guy.
need to keep him in Tuscaloosa. It'd be good for him.
Pat, what are you watching?
I'm watching Chad Baker Mazzara get
Warm
ready
up.
for his next game.
He's warming up.
It's interesting because they're 5 hours behind us, right?
Sure.
Wait, what? In Vegas?
Hawaii.
No, they're playing
Oh,
in
they're
Hawaii.
in Hawaii. Oh, you're right. I was like, that's not 5 hours.
Chad Baker plays for USC now.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot they
In
were in a
Vegas?
different. They're in a different tournament. I forgot.
There's like 17 tournaments going on right now.
I know it's hard to keep up with which one is which.
Yeah, he's warming up now because, I mean, seriously, it's what? Almost, well,
It'd be what 8 o'clock there, 8 a.m.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
10 after 8 in Hawaii.
Little spam and eggs. Tim, how does Landrum know about edible glitter? Landrum, let that freak flag fall out. Laughing, crying emoji.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not even Friday.
I heard it somewhere. I've never worn edible glitter.
Well, no, not. you wearing it, but
How'd I hear about it?
well, someone
I
else
just,
wearing
I
it.
just assumed that it was a thing.
How do I imagine that would only be applicable in one place?
Yeah, I would think there's one entertainment that kind of has a monopoly on the edible
Yeah.
glitter market.
P-Town.
Maybe it's like I could see that being next to the register. One of those little knickknacks you pick up for $2 when you're checking out.
Impulse buy.
Yes.
You think the Blue Man Group has ever gone with
That'd be
edible?
fun.
I don't know.
I thought they were just blue.
It could be edible. Maybe they lick it off after every performance.
That's a lot of work.
I'll tell you who's somebody who would love the edible glitter. It's that cheer squad down in College Station, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're very familiar with that one.
Don't throw me in the briar patch.
It actually goes great with a glass of milk. You should try it.
There's apparently a rumor going around that Reveille's not going to be allowed on the field.
What?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because Bevo
'Cause
was not
Bevo
allowed.
can't?
Yeah. At Texas A&M last year.
I mean, Reveille.
She might try to herd Bevo.
Reveille, you could probably come up with a disguise if Reveille can walk on his hind legs.
I will say, all the things that I say negative about Texas A&M, their mascot is a beautiful breed of dog.
Oh, it's a beautiful dog.
Beautiful dog.
I'm talking about the sideshow.
Easily the greatest part of Texas A&M. The dog.
The Taylor Swift reenactment, that's the one that got me.
They're showmen.
Yeah.
Edible glitter apparently is a delicacy.
Is it expensive? Was it expensive? Oh, she's busy with something. I have to imagine it's...
Let me just see what it pulls up.
I would think it's more expensive than regular glitter.
She was telling me that there was one that she had that was more expensive than the other.
Man, you can get some right now from Hobby Lobby. You can get some silver edible glitter for the low price of $2.99.
No.
And see, I think your minds are in the gutter. I think it's edible because they're trying to make
Put it
sure
on
that
cakes.
kids
I think they're
don't
putting it on cakes.
ingest it and choke on it.
Wow,
Yeah,
because
that-
it's
that's
sparkly?
What?
No, it wasn't.
It's 100%
That is
what I
not-
thought.
You were thinking about.
That's what he was. No, he was thinking. No, I know what he was thinking.
He was thinking about ESPN Bet. I know exactly what he was thinking of.
You know how you can send stickers on your phone now? Like you take a picture and a part of the picture and send it as a sticker.
Pat, remember that time we were at the SEC baseball tournament and that chubby girl that ate half of the concession stand menu had finished all, and then she started eating suntan lotion?
I do remember that.
So weird.
That was so weird.
It was gross and weird at the same time.
Well, you saw it's like that show on TLC where like they have these people like
The
they
weird-
they eat like laundry.
Yeah, the weird
sheets.
fetishes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I like to down Comet every day after I clean my shower.
My Strange Addiction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an entertaining show back in the day. Some weird stuff on there.
Well, this chubby girl, she downed half a squirt bottle of suntan lotion in front of me and Pat. And her dad just let her do it. It was better than her crying about not getting any more nachos.
Wait, so... is this like a kid?
Huh?
Is this like a little kid?
There was nothing little about this person.
Oh, the
I'm
things
just-
you see at SEC baseball tournament.
No, this
picture
was not
some-
a 6-year-old.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if she was of driving age, but she needs to stop
Okay.
consuming suntan lotion. It's like, is the dad gonna? No, I guess dad's had it. Like, hey, I'm out of money.
All right, we will continue
Just
with
thought of
your
that on-
texts and your calls. Hey, today I've got a cornucopia of
What?
Pat Ponders.
Cornucopia.
That's right, a cornucopia.
Let's get into it.
Oh, yeah, we might do that next. But water is your home's worst enemy, and it doesn't need an invitation. It can find its way into your crawl space, bringing around mold, pests, and wood rot. But Alabama Professional Services, or APS, they have the solution. Their crawl space encapsulation system seals out moisture, blocks the pests, and can even help reduce your energy costs. Get started today by calling APS 205-951-9717 or visit alabamaprofessional.com. That's 205-951-9717.
He's got questions. We try to answer them. Pat Ponders.
It is 1:19. Welcome back into Three Man Front. We will be off tomorrow. Enjoy your time with the family. Hope you'll join us starting at 10 o'clock on Friday morning. We'll have an hour of non-Egg Bowl programming. Maybe a rumor will come out. Kickoff is 11 o'clock on Friday morning. Want to remind everybody about Courtesy GMC. You need to take advantage of the Black Friday event, which is coming up Friday. And Drew Lawley, the outstanding general manager there at Courtesy GMC, he is also throwing in an extra $1,000 off any of the advertised deals on a brand new GMC if you simply mention that it was my birthday this week. How cool is that? Just say, hey, it's Pat Smith's birthday this week. They're going to give you an extra $1,000 off. That's right, on a brand new GMC. You're already getting $14,000 off the MSRP on the remaining 2025 2500 HTs that are in stock. They're also giving you $12,000 off MSRP on the 2026 Sierras in stock, up to $15,000 off MSRP on the 2025 Sierras, $6,000 off the beautiful midsize GMC Canyon. Multiple terrains and Acadias have hit the ground with huge savings as well. So the whole point, best deals you're going to find anywhere in the Southeast, right there, Courtesy GMC in Trussville. Don't forget, mention it was my birthday this week. They're going to give you an extra $1,000. Go by and see them. Courtesy GMC in Trussville off of I-459 exit 32, courtesybirmingham.com.
Just like Conrad's lovely wife, Paige, Pat asks a lot of questions. This is Pat Ponders.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
Brought to you by the aforementioned Courtesy GMC in Trussville. All right, question number one. Rivalry weekend is straight ahead. Name a game, not the Iron Bowl, not the Egg Bowl, and not Iowa, Nebraska, that interests you the most. No Iron Bowl, no Egg Bowl, no Nebraska, Iowa. What rivalry game interests you the most in college football?
It's Texas A&M and Texas, because I do think that the hate between those schools is real. I think it's only gotten worse since Texas has come to the SEC. Got even worse when they stole their baseball coach in Schlossnagle. But everything that's on the line for Texas A&M in this season that they're having, it's going to be intriguing because I think Texas is going to give them all they got. And I would not be surprised if Texas won the game. But that's the one I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, I think and that would be my first choice as well. But to throw another one out there, and look, this may be the only year that we are saying this. I really am excited for the Vanderbilt and Tennessee game. Like everything going into that, and not as much on the line for Tennessee, I guess, other than bragging rights. But even if they miss the playoff, for them to get to 10 wins and Diego Pavia to potentially be in New York as a Heisman finalist and to cap it off with a win over your ranked rival in Tennessee, that would just be a really cool end to this season for Vanderbilt. So I'm excited for that one. And obviously, if Vanderbilt wins and some things happen, maybe they're find themselves in the playoff as well.
I'm going to say the game, Michigan-Ohio State. I feel like we haven't really talked about Michigan. They've kind of flown under the radar. But, I mean, the last couple of years, it's been Michigan's game every year. And depending on if they beat Ohio State, who has yet to lose a game, that could shake up some things in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and people like Conrad need to pay very close attention.
Exactly. That's why
game.
I think it's the Michigan-Ohio State game.
And quickly before I forget, Corey, happy birthday. Thanks for listening to us each and every day.
Happy birthday, Corey. All right, guys, I just sent you a text message. If you will follow along on your your text message.
Who is she?
That's the wrong text. That's the one that Conrad
That's Conrad's phone.
Yeah, Conrad sent you that. I don't know why he is just fixated on.
Right?
I know. It's crazy.
It's I think an unhealthy obsession.
Yeah. I mean, she's a very, very intelligent anchor on ESPN Bet. I don't know what the deal is.
Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you?
All right, here we go.
Paige, if you're listening, it's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Let's not ruin Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Is Bucky coming back?
No, but So last night when we're watching the Auburn and Michigan game, she out of nowhere just looks at me and goes, "How's Bucky doing?" Completely unprovoked. And I said, "Well, he's at Texas A&M now," because she was like, "Oh, how's Sanford doing?" Blah, blah. I said, "Well, he went to Texas A&M." And she said, "Oh, really? Man, he must be making a lot of money now. I wonder how he's doing down
Wait a
there.
minute. Wait, wait, wait.
Completely unprovoked.
Have you told him? Have you told Paige about the conversation on the show?
Yes.
That we have portrayed.
Yeah, but it's been a long time since we
Okay.
brought that up. And so just her saying that she just randomly went, "Oh, yeah, how's Bucky doing? You haven't said anything about him this year." I was like, yeah, they did well last night. So she's still
You're never to speak that name in this house.
thinking
again,
about him.
woman.
That's right.
All right. So when I become the SEC rivalry week scheduler, okay, when they put me in charge of that, when Greg Sankey calls me, says, Pat, we need your help on this. This is what I would do in regards to scheduling rivalry week. I can't say that. Moving forward.
Rivalry week.
Rivalry week.
Just say it.
Rivalry week.
Rivalry week.
Thanksgiving night, you got one game. It's the Egg Bowl. Move it back to Thanksgiving night. It's where it was for many, many years.
Yes.
Boom. That's done. Then on Friday, starting at 11 o'clock, I got Clemson in South Carolina, 2:30 Vandy, Tennessee. Then that night, Friday night, prime time, Texas A&M.
Like it.
Okay. Then on Saturday, I've got Kentucky and Louisville
Good
starting the
leadoff.
day at 11. At 2:30, Florida and Florida State.
Yep.
And then, of course, prime time, the Iron Bowl. So you guys like this idea that I'm going to give Commissioner Sankey, or would you guys kind of massage it a little bit, kind of change it up?
I like the idea. I would like the option, though, of having the Iron Bowl where it's not always a night game. I do like some of the beautiful afternoon games that
Like
we've gotten in the
sunsets?
past. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would like to leave that open, but yeah, I love this schedule.
Yeah, it would be the only thing that I would potentially change is maybe flip flop when Clemson and South Carolina and Vanderbilt, Tennessee. But again, that's one of those where right now I'd rather have Vanderbilt, Tennessee at 2:30. But in the future, if Vanderbilt goes back to being Vanderbilt, maybe slide that one to 11. But
For where
I
they
think
are
that's
now,
great.
I think that's a really good leadoff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like this list.
Yeah.
But that would be my only change would just be the Vandy Tennessee game. Again, different this year, but just depending on where those two teams are. That's the only one I would maybe switch around.
But you guys like the idea.
Oh,
Egg
yeah.
Bowl, Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
Texas A&M prime time.
Mhm.
And then
I want a meaningful college football game on Thanksgiving, but let's be honest, if you have too many, it's going to get overrun by the NFL. So I think having one at night that everyone can get excited for is the right
The
way.
one at night is perfect for me.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, and I love college football more than I do the NFL, but Thanksgiving is the day that I reserve for a lot of NFL watching.
Yeah.
And I read a story earlier this morning that the new Pac-12 is actually considering doing something big on this night next year.
Good.
Because there are no
Yeah.
games.
We got a lull.
That'd be smart.
I love that.
There's no NFL. There are just all these pre-turkey basketball tournaments, no college football. So the Pac-12 is actually considering having multiple games being played on a Wednesday night prior to Thanksgiving.
Good for them.
Which
That'd
I
be-
think is a bold
Yep.
and really good move.
I do too. Thinking outside the box, and you know what? That'd be one of the few times that I'll watch your conference play.
Yeah. Good job, George Kliavkov.
All right, as I told you, I have a
The memory of
cornucopia.
him.
This is a cornucopia of Pat Ponders. So this is the first time in the history of doing this segment for now, 15 years since you and I have been doing this show together? 15 years, right?
Almost 16.
Yeah, something like that.
17, yeah, 16. Almost.
We're going to pause in the middle of it. That's right. We're going to pause.
What?
Yeah, because we've got more. I'm not done. We got bonus questions. Just like you overindulge during the Thanksgiving season, we're going to overindulge on Pat Ponders. I've got more.
So
This is the best day ever.
this is the equivalent to the casserole that you forgot,
Yes. Oh, my
That you
gosh. I get
made.
that out and warm it up.
and we can have it tonight.
Yes. So we got more Pat Ponders. That's next. Three Man Front.
Well, we've got some cold weather on our way, and you don't want to be caught in it, so schedule your system checkup now from a trained comfort specialist. Trane has been recognized for 11 consecutive years as America's most trusted HVAC brand and our exclusive home comfort partners here at Jock. So go and visit Trane.com to find a comfort specialist near you. Like Pat said, we still have a cornucopia of Pat Ponders questions, so this is Pat Ponders Part 2.
I wanna know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
We're all thankful for different things. I'm thankful for my teammates, so I thought I would bless them with some extra questions.
You were just when I think you couldn't get any better.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Next question. Talking about the CFP, I'm tired of hearing this every single year. Does anyone believe Reese Davis when he says they'll see the rankings when we do?
No. Negative.
After what happened last year, absolutely not.
No, the official rankings, like the graphic that your graphics team is going to put out, maybe so, but you can't tell me no. They absolutely know. Look, if I was hosting that show, I'd want a little bit of a heads up. There's no way they're doing this blind.
Yeah, you're telling me the graphics intern at ESPN knows and Reese Davis doesn't before they go on the air? Yeah. No, I don't believe it.
You go sell that to somebody else.
Just stop saying it.
Not our Jocks
I'm
listeners.
tired of hearing it. I
Think
know
you're
it's
spot
something
on.
they really plan. Oh, the Chiron operator, he's busy in there typing away. Let's see if Johnny, the graphics dude, the intern from Amherst. Let's see if he's going to be able to.
Oh, it must be Ole Miss because I only heard 7 keystrokes.
Come on.
Well, and Molly, I mean, that was a great point that Molly made is
Yeah, with
if we
Brett
remember
McMurphy.
last year, it completely ruined it because if you're on social media, you knew exactly what the playoff bracket was.
That was a calculated guess by Brett. He just got lucky.
Right. All right.
All right, next question. So the football genie grants you a wish for your favorite college football team. The genie is going to give you a national championship for next season. So whoever you root for, the genie's going to go, okay, you got a national championship, you got a national championship, you got a national championship. But in return for that one wish, you must move to one of these college campuses for the next 3 football seasons. You don't have to live there in non-football season, but from August to December, you have to live in one of these 3 locations for 3 years in exchange for a national championship for your team. Here's your choices. UMass, Amherst, Massachusetts. Washington State, Pullman, Washington. Or UTEP, El Paso, Texas.
Washington State.
Yeah, this is easy. Pullman, Washington, 10 times out of 10.
Small town, not a whole lot to do, but you can find.
Go out in nature. It'd be a very beautiful place
Not
to
that
live.
you can't find it in those other places, I guess. But yeah, climate.
I mean, it'd rain a lot, which would stink, but it'd be cold.
I'm picking Amherst. I love that part of the country, New England. You're close to Boston, New York, Philly.
Like to visit.
DC?
Couldn't do it for 3 straight years. No, I got to go to Washington. I've been to Seattle. I liked Seattle.
I've always wanted to go to Seattle. I think I would like the Pacific Northwest, some things notwithstanding, but
Right. Sure.
just
That's everywhere though.
nature and everything. Yeah, so I would go Washington State. That'd be a cool place to live.
What about you, Pat?
Well, I've been to El Paso, so I'll pass on that.
That's when you had your mobile tattoo parlor.
Yes.
You mean you'll passo on that?
Yes, I'll pass it on that. I've been to Amherst.
I was there.
I'll pass on that. So it would have to be Pullman,
I've
Washington.
never been to El Paso, and to be perfectly honest, I've never wanted to go to El Paso.
No, me neither. I've been to the places in Texas I want to go, and I like them. But
I was listening to someone. They went down there for a trip with a college sports team, and it might have been a basketball, whatever tournament. But you have a host that meets you when you get there, and they said that the host came onto the bus and said, "Hey, first of all, welcome to El Paso." Da 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 da. Next thing out of the host's mouth, don't go to Juarez.
Yes, that's correct.
He said 3 more sentences. Don't go to Juarez.
Mhm.
He concluded with, and just remember, do not go to Juarez. That's all I
like
remember.
cartel.
I think it was the murder capital
Literally
of
where the Sun Bowl is.
Yeah.
literally right the street. There's a fence,
Mhm.
and there's Mexico. Sun Bowl,
Gotcha.
Mexico.
Gotcha.
Is there a fence now or is there a wall?
When I was there was a fence.
Yeah. Just doesn't matter.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
I'm sure it's a wall now.
I think Pullman, Washington would be great.
Get snow.
Yeah. Now it would stink you're there in like the climate wise the coldest time of the year, but oh well.
You get used to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Negative 20 is not that bad.
No.
Conrad can do what Mike Price did for many years, living there in Pullman.
I have a buddy he's a carpenter out there, and he said he would have to take a hair dryer
And warm up his.
to just thaw out, some of his tools.
Next question on this cornucopia of Pat Ponders. Which SEC fan base will be the most upset once this hiring cycle has concluded?
Going to be the Florida Gator fan base. I think that they were given an indication that Lane Kiffin had chosen them, and then for whatever reason, and maybe it was LSU interest, maybe it's love for Ole Miss, but I think they're going to be left standing there going, all right, what are you going to do, Strickland? I think they're going to be underwhelmed because they set their hopes, and I think a lot of them firmly believed that it was going to be Lane Kiffin.
I think Florida's a really, really good answer. I agree with everything you just said. To be different, though, I'll say Penn State.
I said SEC
Oh,
fan
sorry.
base.
Okay, well then just Florida.
I think it's Florida too.
Sorry.
I too.
No, you're good.
I
I'm
too
sorry I
think
didn't hear
that
it.
Penn State will be disappointed.
Well, I
But
just feel like for
yes.
them, they're going to go from James. That gives me a feeling of some people are going to look back a year from now and go, man, maybe we had it a little better than we thought with
You
James.
mean Brian
Franklin."
Hartline's not going to excite the fan base?
I think Brian Hartline's a great wide receivers coach.
I too think it's the Florida fans.
Why did Brian sound so shocked earlier when I said it was not going to be Lane Kiffin? Are they like drinking the Kool-Aid?
That was
Yes.
his heart shattering
No,
into a
they-
million
Do they
pieces.
really
They've
think
been-
it's going to be Lane Kiffin?
yeah.
Okay.
That's what makes it great is there's three fan bases that have all convinced themselves it's going to be them. Some more than others.
And
but
with Auburn, I think the less of the drop off just because of the limited experience between the two candidates in question. There would be less outrage.
and I also think people are prepared for one of those two options to be right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you've kind of been preparing yourself for weeks now.
Or potentially both.
Or both.
Co-head coaches, the first I know.
What's that about having two quarterbacks?
Next question.
Hey, Hugh had 3 coordinators.
and three quarterbacks?
So, which NFL matchup tomorrow will you consume the most? Green Bay, Detroit, Kansas City, Dallas, Bengals, Ravens.
That last game's a stinker.
I
'Cause
told you my late schedule. I'm going Packers and Lions early.
Yeah.
Packers. I will say with the Bengals, I just remembered Joe Burrow is
He is
supposed to.
back.
He is supposed to come back tomorrow, so that adds some intrigue there. I will say, honestly, I'm really interested in the Cowboys and Chiefs game because both of them, just in terms of the playoff standings, they both desperately need to win tomorrow to stay alive. I think that'll be a very interesting game of two big brands, desperation on Thanksgiving. It should be fun.
I mean, my family, it's Lions Packers. Grew up going to that every year in Michigan. So,
Y'all are gonna smoke them.
yeah.
Think so? What's the point spread? I haven't even looked.
The Packers just
3.
haven't
I
impressed
think
me a
it's
whole lot lately.
Lions 3, somewhere around there.
Jameer Gibbs will have like 400 yards for the third game in a
I
row.
Take
like
a
the
look
way
at
you
it real
think,
quick.
Conrad.
Yeah, it's 2.5 Lions.
I think it'll be a good day
Okay.
for Detroit.
All right.
Kansas City by 3, and then you have Baltimore favored by 7.
All right, we're going to wrap up this cornucopia of Pat Ponders, 2 segments of Pat Ponders to get you into the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. This is courtesy of BB. BB, hope your knee is getting better. She was unable to make it yesterday, but hopefully we'll see her very, very soon.
Yeah.
Do you have a personal story to share that involves any of the following? Rollerblades, traditional roller skates, ice skates, or a personal non-electric kick scooter? Do you have a personal story that involves any of those?
Mm.
So rollerblades, roller skates, ice skates, and a scooter.
Correct.
Okay.
Very nice retention.
Thank you. I tried.
Conrad can't keep up with that.
No, I can't. I mean, I don't know. When I was a kid, like you would go to the skating rink, and that's where you would go and like
We had Alpine Ice Arena
go
in
on
Homewood
dates.
for a while. Went there. Nothing really eventful. Ice skating was really tough for me. We went recently, me and my wife, a couple of years ago, we went to New York. We did ice
Rockefeller.
skating at Rockefeller Center and had Jimmy Fallon tell you when you could go on the ice and when you couldn't. It was, hey, all of you holding the orange card. If your card is orange, it's time to come off the ice. Tune in.
Just imagine how much he got paid to record that too.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
No kidding. Roller skates. Used to do a lot of skating parties as a kid growing up in the 80s.
Mhm.
That was a fun thing to do. Told you about the guy that there in River Chase that, or off of Lorna Road that had the skate center. He had the boa constrictor,
Oh yeah, that's right.
giant boa constrictor. And he had the cool skates. He didn't have the stock, like khaki brown ones
Mhm.
with the orange stopper. He had the black skates with the neon green bumper. Man, those things could fly with that big old snake wrapped around his neck.
Thank you, Landrum, for that.
You're welcome.
That great story. Yeah, I don't have any involving a snake in those things. I had my first kiss at a skating rink when I was a kid. That's probably the most exciting experience I've ever had around a non-motorized vehicle. I used to destroy my shins and ankles on a Razor scooter as a kid
Oh yeah.
and
same.
scream. Those things are so painful. But I think every kid went through that. So yeah, I had my first kiss at a skating rink.
Spin around and hit you in the heel.
Oh, it's awful.
So my church, when I lived up in Nashville, every year did a lock-in,
Mhm.
and I think I was in 7th grade, maybe. It was at this place up in like the Cool Springs area called A Game, and it was basically where after school practices, volleyball, basketball. There was a hockey rink. My dance studio was in there at one point. Like everything was there, and at one point too, there was a laser tag arena, and so at the beginning of the night, we would all go ice skating together. And then by the end of the night, we would all take our skates and play like run hockey on the ice rink. It was so much fun. And then at like 3 a.m.,
But
when
you didn't
everyone's
have skates on.
well, we did at the beginning.
Oh.
And then at the end of the night, we all took the skates off and just would run on the ice in our tennis shoes. And it was a lot of fun. And then at like 3 a.m., we were all delusional playing laser tag.
All the lock-ins.
It was great.
Very popular. That is the extended edition of Pat Ponders, brought to you by Courtesy GMC in Trussville. Get by and see them. Black Friday event going on this Friday. All month long it's been going on in the month of November. Best deals you're going to find anywhere in the Southeast, right there at Courtesy GMC in Trussville, off of I-459, exit 32 in Trussville. More three-man front on this Wednesday. This is Jocks. A little bit of a programming note. Most times on Thursday night, you will hear the Bill Clark Show right here on Jocks. We'll have wall-to-wall NFL coverage tomorrow, Thanksgiving, here on Jocks. So the Bill Clark Show will air on Friday night. So as opposed to tomorrow night, you can hear the Bill Clark Show Friday night at 6.
Well, another place that also has wall-to-wall NFL and college football coverage is at Big Whiskey's because they are the place for great food of all varieties. They have a full menu ranging from apps, salads, burgers to steaks. They also have plenty of screens that you can catch all the games all week long. Friday night and Saturday, the kitchen is open late. Also, they have happy hour in the afternoons and late nights. Plus, their outdoor patio and green space with games is wonderful for families. So go check them out in the Stadium Trace Village off 459 at Highway 150 near the Hoover Met.
A couple of headlines at this hour. It appears that the University of Arkansas is ready to name Alex Golish from South Florida as its next head coach. Still no word on when something might happen at Auburn, although, as we talked about earlier in the show, there has been strong winds blowing down on the plains that DJ Durkin's name is accelerating towards the top of the list for John Cohen. Does not mean that John Summerall is not still up there with him, but DJ Durkin's name has been very prevalent over the last 24 hours in regards to the Auburn search. Should not be a surprise. He's done an outstanding job for the Auburn Tigers defense. So we'll see what happens. If it is DJ Durkin, as we talked about earlier in the program, then Auburn should name him prior to the Iron Bowl. I think that's a dangerous situation from a PR perspective. If you wait until Sunday and you're kind of rolling the dice, whether you win the Iron Bowl or not, if you're convicted and you feel that he is your guy, then there's no reason why you should not name him Friday, Saturday, just sometime before the Iron Bowl, name DJ Durkin as your head coach, if that is the route that John Cohen decides.
I 100% agree. And we even discussed earlier, some people might go, okay, well, that may be the case, but let's say you win the Iron Bowl and then you get to have this grand announcement on Sunday. As we know, you will have the people that say, oh, they only hired him because he beat Alabama, and not saying that that's, right or wrong, whatever. You probably just don't want those optics if you're Auburn. So who knows? Maybe we'll get something in the next 48 to 72 hours ahead of the Iron Bowl.
As always, your participation is needed and wanted and desired on this program each and every day on the Courtesy GMC text line. And we're going to wrap up the show with trying to get to as many as your text messages as we can, because we have had a plethora of text messages.
That we have, Pat. And as he said, we appreciate it each and every day here on the show. So let's get to as many of these as we can. I will go ahead and tell you, not a lot of El Paso fans in our audience.
Okay.
Just
yeah, that was one of the questions I asked during Pat Ponders. If you had to be banished for 3 years during a football season for your team to win a national championship, would you go to Amherst, Pullman, Washington, or Texas, El Paso?
And we have this text that says, El Paso looks like Iraq. This one also says...
Wait, they say Lubbock or El Paso?
El Paso.
Oh, okay.
This one says, fun fact, El Paso is closer to Los Angeles than Dallas. I want to say that's hard to believe, but the state of Texas is so large that I'm going to take their word for that one.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it's probably very close. Let's see. This text just says, what kind of childhood did Landrum have? That is a fantastic question. We are trying to figure that one out ourselves. I assume that is in response to his question about the skating rink boa constrictor guy that he was buddies with growing up or whatever. Let's see. This one comes in from Tommy in Trustville. Says, happy belated birthday, Pat, and happy Thanksgiving to the whole crew.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And don't forget, if you're around Courtesy GMC and you're looking for a brand new GMC, mention my birthday this week. They're going to give you an extra $1,000 off.
Now, this might be the winner. So we asked the question, I think Landrum posed it earlier, if Lane Kiffin were to leave football behind and start opening hot yoga studios.
What's the name of the studio?
What would the name be? Collins from Pell City, Kiff Zen. That's
like
a good
that.
one.
That is really good.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
He says you could even have the logo for the store would be a image of Juice in the downward dog yoga pose. So there you go. Keep it in the family. I like that. That's a good one. That's a really good one. This one says, Chris from Trustville, Lane's Yoga Shack. That would be fitting for Lane to have it named something like that. This text coming in says, I agree with Conrad. Lane Kiffin is the James Franklin of the SEC. He's acting like a little girl trying to figure out who they are taking to the school dance, playing both sides. Let's see. Taylor chimes in. He says, in your radio career, what moment are you all the most grateful for? I'm grateful. I mean, that's corny. I'm grateful that we get to do this show every day
Me too.
with us and that we all get along and can consider each other friends. And I think that is part of what makes the show so special, is that we all genuinely like each other and get along and we enjoy working
do?
together.
Grateful that Pat
Pat
and
does not.
Ryan took a chance on a girl from Lincoln, Nebraska after college. So
How about that?
There you go. And we will wrap up with one more before we have to get out of here for the day. This one, how about this one? What if Lane Kiffin ends up at the Dolphins? We haven't heard that one. We've talked Giants and Titans. Dolphins would, that'd be good for Tua, I guess. And then finally, this one comes in from Houston, Texas, not El Paso. Josh chimes in, happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the Jocks family and my family locally in Coleman. God bless, happy Thanksgiving, and roll tide.
Thank you so much. We want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you'll get to spend a lot of really good quality time with your family. We're very thankful to do what we do every day and thankful for the audience and everything you guys provide for us each and every day. For Landrum, Conrad, Molly, I'm Pat. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We're back here Friday, 10 a.m. Hope you'll join us then.